Hello, students. Welcome to Daily English Homework. This is a very special video. It's a strange video because I am going to look at a scammer's email. Some scammer, someone trying to get my money, sent me an email in English, and I'm going to check his email and I'm going to fix it up. So I'm going to fix the scammer's email and make it better. Now, why should you watch this video? Well, I'm going to give homework as usual. Also, we're going to learn how to write an email. So let's get started. So the homework, let's take a look. Your homework is telling me, have you been scammed? Of course, scammed, it can be a noun, which is a scammer, a person who scams. And what does scam mean as a verb? Someone is trying to cheat you out of money. All right, they're trying to get your money, trick you. They are thieves, right? They're trying to trick you, get the money. They are scammers and they scam you. So the question here is, have you been scammed? And usually scamming these days is mostly online. So there's online scammers. Have you been scammed? Or maybe your friend or family or someone you know has been scammed. Tell me the story. All right, write it in English. Check grammar, punctuations, and spelling. And when I check the scammer's email, I'm going to check his grammar. I'm going to check his punctuation. I'm going to check his spelling. And use a program like Google Docs or MS Word. I'm using Google Docs right now. Whenever I write something, I check it, right? I make mistakes too. I got to edit it before I send it. So please check your homework before you give it to me. And as always, post your homework below this video and I will check it and give you some feedback. All right, let's learn about how to write an email and let's fix up this scammer's email. He tried to get my money. Please do not fall for, when I say fall for, do not believe online scammers. You know, there's so many online scammers. Do not trust strangers online. Do not talk to them. Do not give them information. You know, especially in WhatsApp, people are always asking me questions. Strangers are asking me questions, and I'm always thinking, who are you and why do you want my information? Don't trust anyone online, and certainly do not give money to online people that you don't know. All right. Or sometimes family scams us. So be careful of family too and friends. I don't want to sound negative. Just be careful of everyone, especially strangers online. All right. Let's get into his email. Let's learn about how to write an email. And this part is the top, his heading of the email. And I use Hotmail and Gmail. This is from my Hotmail account. I have a lot of spam there. So Hotmail flagged it. When they flag it, they tell you this message was identified as junk. So they put it in my junk folder. We'll delete it after 9 days. And I had to click it's not junk. So I didn't click that. It is junk. And they sent it twice. All right. So this was the heading. Hello, dearest. Now, dearest is not something you want to say to a stranger because dearest means someone very close, like a family member, a lover, not a stranger. You would never say to a stranger, hello, dearest. So the moment I see that in the heading, who's this guy? Who's dearest? I don't trust this person immediately. His name, Mr. Troshansky at gmail.com. Now, I did change his name a little bit. It's very similar to this, but I did change it a little bit because I don't want this scammer to see this video and then be angry at me, because these are dangerous people, right? You know, if he's angry at me, he might try to damage me or hurt my students. So I had to change some things so we're all safe. All right, so that was his heading. This is from, and this is the email. This is the email here, and we're going to go through it. We're going to learn about how to write an email, and we're going to see common mistakes, and we're going to fix it up for Mr. Troshunsti, and I'm going to improve his email, but of course I'm not going to send it to him. I don't want him to have a good email. I want his email to always be terrible, so people, when they read it, they know I cannot trust this person. Do not trust emails online. They're all scammers. All right, anyway. So he says, my name is Troshunsti. Now, when you start an email, you should actually have your opening. This dear, hello dearest should be here. And if it was a business email, you wouldn't say hello dearest. You would say hello to the person's name. He doesn't know my name. I'm happy he doesn't know my name. But, you know, you would say, hello, Mr. Shaw. If my name is Shaw, last name. You don't want to say Robin. Mr. Robin. Robin is our first name, or my first name, not your first name. You do not say Mr. or Mrs. with first name. It's always last name, because that's showing, that's being formal, showing respect. So if you're writing an official email to me, you should say, hello, Mr. Shaw. Or if you're my friend, and everyone watching this video right now, you are my friend. So if you send me an email, you could say, hello, Robin. But you should have this greeting, this opening here. He didn't have it. He didn't have it, but he should. He just had hello, dearest in the heading. That's not where you put it. All right, he says, my name is Mr. Troshunsti. It's a good intro. He's telling his name. That's a good start. But if you see, when we're writing formally, when you write Mr., Mr. is a contraction of the word Mr., M-I-S-T-E-R. So we shorten it to M-R. There should be this period punctuation, and he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. So that's the first mistake there. Mr. should have that. His second mistake that tells me he's not a native speaker is he's writing his name all capitals. Now, it's his email, and he can write it any way he wants. He doesn't have to follow the rules. You don't have to follow the rules. But usually, you know, in the business world and native speakers, they usually follow the rules. You don't have to, but he certainly didn't. But I would suggest if you are writing an official email, follow the rules. And the rules are, you know, put a period here. And certainly, we never make a word all capital letters unless it's an abbreviation of a word. Like if you take the IELTS exam, IELTS, all those letters would be capital letters, because IELTS is short for a longer name of the test. We'll talk about that later. So anyway, his first name, Tro, and then Shunsti. This is exactly how he should write his name. Hello, my name is Mr. Troshunsti. Now, Tro would be his first name, and Shunsti would be his last name. So he has his full name. So yeah, you could put Mr. with first name and last name. You could put Mr. with just last name, but you cannot put Mr. with first name. All right, and certainly don't make it all capitals. He's putting it all capitals to emphasize or highlight. We don't do that in formal writing like that. All right. My name is Mr. Troshunsti, the regional manager of UBA Bank, Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, I believe that is in Africa, near Uganda. I'm sorry, my African geography is not perfect yet. So if we go to Africa, okay, Burkina Faso, I'm not sure if it's right about there. That's where he says he's from. There's Saudi Arabia, there's South Africa. Burkina Faso, small country there. I don't know much about it. So he's the regional manager. Now, the moment he says regional manager of a bank, I'm thinking this person must be educated, smart, and know how to write an email. And right now, it doesn't look like he knows how to write an email. So I don't trust him. And then we get to the second sentence. I am American by citizen. Oh, geez. Definitely he is not an American citizen. Definitely his English is, I would say, lower intermediate, not fluent. Maybe intermediate somewhere. The email is pretty good for writing. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. He can write sentences I can understand, but it's not native speaker. Right away, I know something's wrong when he says I'm an American. That's a big mistake. Don't say you're an American. Anyway, right here, what's the problem? I'm a American. Well, American, that's an A. That's a vowel sound. American. This most certainly has to be an. That's basic English. When you have a vowel sound here, the word or the article we use is on. That's basic. And he didn't know that, so I don't believe you. I'm an American by citizen? No. We would take out that by. I'm an American citizen. 46 years of age. I'm 46 years of age. That is not what a native speaker says. What do we say? I'm 46 years old. And married with 3 children. Oh, and we have a spacing here with this punctuation. Remember, with punctuation, there should be no space before punctuation. The space is always after punctuation. So this period should be next to the end, and then there's a space after. So we fix that right away. Native speakers don't make that mistake. It looks like someone who's not very good at editing would do that, which is a learner. Anyway, his English is still pretty good. So I work and live in Burkina Faso. So it's his country. He knows capital letters on countries. But he's... I'm getting stressed from watching his writing. Basic punctuation. You write a sentence, you must finish it, close it with that period, that full stop. Do not leave a sentence like this. Right away, I know you're not really good at writing yet. So that's basic punctuation. You put a period. You must have a period. All right, now I fixed it up with a heading. Introduction here. Now he sounds more like a native speaker. Now he sounds like an American. But I don't want him to use this. I hope he never finds this. Anyway, let's go into the next paragraph where he's talking about money. Let's get to the point of the email. Should we trust him because he says he's an American? 46 years old with 3 children. Is this a sentence trying to get our trust? Oh, he's American. Oh, he's 46. Oh, he's married with 3 children. Do you believe this stuff? Don't believe these emails. He says, I discovered that my branching, which I am the manager, made 24 million US dollars. Ugh, stress. So if he was my worker, I would definitely tell him, hey, if you're writing emails, you got to improve your writing. Because if you are working at a company and you are writing emails, you represent that company and you got to do a good job with your emails. He has so many problems. So anyway, big problem, critical problem here is branching. Now, branch. The word branch, if we just focus on branch, can be a verb and can be a noun. So as a verb, we usually use it with branch out. Something to branch out means to spread. Like branches on a tree, they spread out. So that's branch out as a verb. He is not using it as a verb. He wants to use it as a noun, but actually he's using branching, and branching is the verb ing, but he's not supposed to be using the verb right now. He's supposed to be using the noun. Nouns don't have ing. You can't say like treeing. So he wants to say branch. A branch is a location of a company with many locations, like a bank. A bank has its central location, and then it has branches, other locations. That's the word he wants to use. I don't know why he used branching. That's a critical error. I fixed it for him. Branch. I discovered that my branch, which I am the manager, oh, he's a manager, made 24 million. He puts us. That's supposed to be US dollars. Let's put a capital. Now you could just put US as US, or you could just put it with these periods. Both ways are okay, US dollars. But what is driving me insane is he hit the enter key right here. Don't hit the enter key. Never hit the enter key. Your paragraph form, your words always go to the end. And your words always go to the end. So can children fit here? No. So it's okay. Automatic. It will, your email or Google Docs or MS Word, they will automatically do the enter key for you. You never touch that enter key. And for some reason, he hit the enter key right here. It's driving me crazy. We've got to fix this. Now we fixed it. I discovered that my branch, which I am the manager, I would put a comma here, made 24 million US dollars. Wow, that's a lot of money. And then he writes the money here, This guy's stupid. Don't believe these guys. I don't know who falls for this. Who believes these emails? Anyway, he wrote 24 million US dollars, but his example is $25,500,000. The numbers don't match. He's a bank manager, a regional bank manager. So, if you are a bank manager, I do expect you to be perfect with numbers and money. And he's showing me he's making mistakes with his math. He doesn't sound like a bank manager. So let's put 24 million here. And he has his period here. I don't know if you can see that. And he has the amount of money here. Let's put that there. Now, if you do put that extra information in the parentheses, those are called parentheses, or another name is brackets. I like to use brackets. If you're putting some extra information, it's still a part of this sentence. So the period should come after the brackets. So I discovered that my branch, which I'm the manager, made 24 million US dollars. There's a space here. Can we fit 24 million up there? No. Oh, yes, we can. So see right there, there's too much space. He hit the enter key. We can move that up there. All right. I discovered that my branch, which I am the manager, made 24 million US dollars. He puts the number, period. New sentence, capital, of which, comma, my head office is not aware. Oh, now we're learning how much of a terrible person he is. So his head office is not aware of the money, so he wants to take it. Well, he doesn't sound like a very good guy that I want to do business with. If he's cheating his own bank, why would I trust him? So his head office is not aware. They don't know about the money, so he's going to take it. Why? Because he's a bad guy. He's not a good worker. And again, he hit that enter key. Jeez. Let's put that up. All right, of which my head office is not aware and will never be aware of it. Okay, so he's just a thief. I'm supposed to trust this thief. I have since then placed this fund. Oh, he hit the enter key again. Oh, don't do that. And again, he's all capital letters. Don't do that. I know it's his email. He can do what he wants, but native speakers don't do this. We do not place a word with all capital letters for emphasis. That's not how we show emphasis. So I'd make that small. I have since then placed this fund, this money. He wrote all this. So escrow, okay, escrow, call, small. I gotta put all those small letters. Account. I don't know. I know what escrow account is. I'm not sure what escrow call account is because I'm not a bank manager, I guess. But an escrow account, when you're doing business and there's one person with a lot of money and there's another person and they want to give money for services or items, but they don't trust this person, they get an escrow account. An escrow account is like at a bank or some financial institution. So this guy with the big money will put the money in a secure account, which is called an escrow account. And when this money, or when this person completes the project or does what they're supposed to do, then this person will say, release the money to him. All right. So the escrow account is a way for businesses to work together who do not trust each other. All right. He doesn't want to give the money directly to this person. So they secure it in an escrow account. If this person does everything they said they would do, and this person said, or this person does everything they said they would do, then the escrow will release the money. So he says he's putting it in an escrow account, not his account. So it's kind of away from him. I have since then placed this fund in an escrow call account without a beneficiary. So the beneficiary is someone who will get the money. So right now, nobody's going to get that money. He put it in the escrow account. It should be directed to someone, but he doesn't have that someone yet. So this is why he's talking to me. He wants me to be the beneficiary, the person who receives the money. Why? He's going to tell us why. Why is he such a nice guy and wanting to give us money? Why does he want to make me the beneficiary? So he's smart. Or I don't want to say he's smart, but he's going to explain. As the regional manager of the bank, I cannot be directly connected to this money. I agree. So he cannot be connected to the money. So he wants to protect himself. He put it in that escrow, and he doesn't want to take out the money because he might go to prison. So he wants to send it to someone else. Lucky me. Anyway, he put a capital letter on money. There is no reason for money to have a capital letter, so we got to fix that. It's just a small letter. He has a thus, and thus is the same as therefore, but I would put a semicolon right here to give this a better grammatical structure and punctuation. Oh, but he did make a big mistake here. Again, he has a comma with a space before the comma. No, there is no space before a comma. Comma has to touch that K. All right, as the regional manager of the bank, I cannot be directly connected to this money. Thus, I am impelled. Okay, he's using a good word here, impelled. Usually we use like compelled. It's some sort of strong push. He has to do this. It's a strong push. What is he compelled or impelled to do? He's impelled to request for your assistance to receive this money into your bank account. All right, so he's explained it all now. He stole the money. He put it in the escrow account, the secret account, but that money has to have a beneficiary, someone who can take that money out of the account. He's choosing me to take that money out. Why? Because he's the bank manager. He cannot be directly connected with that money. Makes sense. Makes sense. I don't like him. He's a thief stealing from his bank, if that's true, but it makes sense what he's doing. All right. And again, he's going to drive me crazy here because he does not end with a period. Don't forget that final period right there. That's basic periods. All right, let's get to the end. I intend to part 50% of this fund to you, while 50% shall be for me and 2 officers who will assist me move the fund to you account. There's a lot of mistakes here. I would say I intend to split. We usually split money. You know, if we're stealing money, we split it. The thieves split the money. So I intend to split 50% of this fund to you, maybe with you, while 50% shall be for me and 2 officers. So there's 4 people involved. Me, Tro Shunsti, and 2 officers, but he's giving me 50%. What a nice guy. I get 50. There's 4 people, but I get 50%. Good deal. I'll take that. I need the money. How does he know I need this money? So 50% of 24 million. He wants to give me $12 million for, oh, geez, this is a good deal. Don't trust people online. So I intend to split 50% of this fund with you, while 50% shall be for me and 2 officers. What does it mean, officers? Police officers? Maybe bank tellers? I'm not sure what he means by officers. Maybe there's 2 other bank tellers who will assist me to move the fund to you account? No, your account. Okay, so he has a few grammatical mistakes, but they're not critical mistakes. Again, overall, his writing is pretty good. His writing is pretty good. It's just these small mistakes show me that he is not American and he's not a professional. He's not a bank manager. And again here, he hit the enter key. Don't hit that enter key. I do need to assure you that there are no risk involved, and the expression we use is no risks involved. Multiple. So a native speaker, a true American would say no risks involved. But you could say there are no. He's using are. There is no risk involved. There are multiple no risks involved. It's no risk. Because he promised me there's no risk, so I can believe him, right? And again, he hit the enter key, which makes me crazy. All right, So there are no risks involved in this business, and capital B on business, no. Small b, business. And is this business? This is not business. Business is like the legal trade and buying and selling of goods. I would just call it a transaction, not business. It's a transaction. I'm helping him, he's helping me. It's a transaction, especially about money, not business. We're not doing business. It's a transaction. And it's going to be ATM Visa cards transfer. All right, well, here we go again. ATM. Okay, ATM should be capital because it's abbreviation of automatic teller machine. For abbreviations, we use capital letters. So this is right, capitals. But again, he doesn't know before the vowel sound, we have to use an. He doesn't know that, and that's basic. Visa card. So Visa is a company. That should be Visa cards. Visa card, I think, is the name of the company. So let's put a capital on Visa card because it's the name of a company. Transfer, all capitals. No, that's all small. And the ATM Visa card. Oh, he has capitals here. Good for him. Will. Why is there capital? So he has a lot of problems with capital letters, punctuation, and spacing. This tells me he doesn't have basic writing, editing skills, which a bank manager sending emails should have. An American bank manager. The ATM Visa card will be delivered, capital on delivered, no, to your doorstep. And there's no period here. Again, all 3 paragraphs, he does not have a final period. So right away. And this is actually a good expression here, delivered to your doorstep, which is a phrase that means delivered to my house. So this is okay. Best regards. So here's the closing. If you have an email, you have a closing. Best regards, best wishes, sincerely. There's many ways to close an email. Mr. Tro Shunsty. And again, period there. Capital T R Shunsty. United Bank Africa. So that's UBA Burkina Faso. Okay, so look at how I fixed this all. Look how the paragraphs are nicely. He just kept hitting the enter key in his email, but I fixed it up really nice. I fixed this up that looks now like a native speaker. Don't give it to him. I don't want him to use this to steal money. This is a bad guy. Like, these scammers, yeah. You know, the world would definitely be a better place if scammers were gone, because a lot of people do believe these emails and, you know, they want to get millions of dollars. You know, it's too good to be true. Don't believe that. So about his writing. Well, his writing was okay. Like, it would take me about an hour to teach him, less than that, to teach him about his mistakes and bring his writing up to a higher level. So his overall writing is certainly intermediate, not at native speaker level, certainly not at an American educated bank teller or bank manager level. So certainly when I read this, I would never trust this guy. In a million years, I would not trust this guy. I know everything he's saying is a lie, and I'm not going to reply, and I'm not going to send him money to help me. You know, usually they ask, can you send some money to help me send you money? You know, whatever. I don't know what he's going to do. So hopefully you learned. What did you learn? Don't trust online strangers. They are scammers. How to fix up an email. Nice. And let's look at the homework. There you go. Tell me, have you been scammed? check the grammar, punctuation, spelling, like I showed you in this video. Use Google Docs. I'm using Google Docs right now, and it tells me a lot of the mistakes. Not all the mistakes, but helps me. MS Word. Post your homework in the comment section below this video, and if you don't know anyone who has been scammed, just leave a message. Let me know what you thought of the video. All right, thanks for watching, and please do your homework.